Hello, I'm Dr. Joseph Butler. I've spent decades caring for older adults in clinics, hospitals, and long-term care settings across the United States. And today, I want to talk to you about something uncomfortable, something that may sound shocking at first, something that many doctors don't like to say out loud, because what I am about to tell you goes against what most of us were taught to believe. Following your doctor's advice after the age of 65 can sometimes make you sicker. Not always, not intentionally, and not because doctors want to harm you, but because modern medicine was largely built for a different body than the one you have now. If you're over 60, your body does not work the same way it did at 40. And yet, much of the advice seniors receive today is still based on assumptions that no longer apply. Let me explain. When you're younger, medicine is often aggressive. Strong doses, fast fixes. One problem at a time. That approach can save lives. But as we age, our bodies become more sensitive, more complex, and more interconnected. What helps one system can quietly damage another. And this is where problems begin. I've seen patients who followed every instruction perfectly, took every pill on time, ate exactly what they were told, exercised exactly as prescribed, and yet they felt weaker, more confused, more tired, more fragile with each passing year. They would sit across from me and say, "Doctor, I'm doing everything right. Why do I feel worse?" That question haunted me early in my career. The answer is not that they were doing something wrong. The answer is that the system was not built for aging bodies. One of the biggest issues is something called polypharmacy. That means taking multiple medications at the same time. Many seniors take 5, 10, sometimes even 15 different prescriptions daily. Each one may be justified on its own, but together they can create a perfect storm. Medications interact. They compound side effects. They slow reaction time. They impair balance. They dull appetite. They interfere with sleep. They reduce muscle strength. They affect memory. And here's the dangerous part. When a medication causes a side effect, it's often mistaken for a new disease. You feel dizzy, so you're given something for vertigo. You feel anxious, so you're prescribed something to calm you. You feel constipated, so another pill is added. Before long, you're treating side effects instead of addressing the root cause. I've seen seniors labeled as declining or frail, when in reality, they were simply overmedicated. Another issue is diet advice. For decades, seniors were told to eat less, cut fat, avoid protein, watch cholesterol, reduce calories. That advice may sound reasonable, but for many older adults, it has been devastating. After 60, your body becomes resistant to muscle building. This is called anabolic resistance. You need more protein, not less, just to maintain strength. Yet many seniors are unintentionally starving their muscles. They lose muscle mass, not because of aging, but because of undernutrition. And when muscle disappears, balance suffers. Falls increase. Independence fades. I've met patients who proudly told me they eat very light. Then they wonder why they feel weak, why stairs feel harder, why getting out of a chair feels like a struggle. They followed advice, and it made them weaker. Exercise advice can be another trap. Walking is wonderful, it's safe, it's accessible, and it's often the only exercise seniors are encouraged to do. But walking alone does not preserve muscle mass. It does not maintain bone density. It does not protect against frailty. When seniors are told that walking is enough, they believe they're protected. But without some form of resistance or strength training, muscle continues to decline. I've seen patients walk every single day and still lose the ability to carry groceries or climb stairs. Again, they did what they were told. And it wasn't enough. Sleep advice can also backfire. Many older adults are prescribed sleep medications when their sleep changes. But sleep changes with age are often normal. The brain cycles differently. Sleep becomes lighter. Awakening earlier is common. Sedating the brain may help someone fall asleep faster, but it can impair memory, increase fall risk, and cause morning confusion. I've seen seniors become disoriented, groggy, and unsteady simply because they were trying to sleep normally. They followed advice, and their world became smaller. Even advice about blood pressure and blood sugar can be problematic when applied too rigidly. Aggressively lowering blood pressure in seniors can reduce blood flow to the brain. This can cause dizziness, falls, and cognitive fog. Chasing perfect numbers without considering symptoms can be dangerous. Medicine loves numbers, but aging bodies require context. One of the most painful examples I've seen involves memory complaints. A senior mentions forgetfulness, and suddenly the word Alzheimer's enters the room. Fear takes over. Medications are prescribed. Expectations shrink. But memory issues in older adults can come from dehydration, poor sleep, depression, medication side effects, hearing loss, or simple overload. Labeling normal aging or reversible issues as disease can change how someone sees themselves forever. I've watched vibrant people lose confidence not because of disease, but because they were told to expect decline. So why does this happen? Because medicine is rushed. Appointments are short. Specialists focus on one organ system at a time. There's rarely enough time to step back and look at the whole person. And because seniors tend to trust authority deeply, they don't want to question. They don't want to seem difficult. They assume that if advice came from a professional, it must be right. That trust is admirable, but blind obedience can be harmful. Let me be clear. I am not saying you should ignore your doctor. I am saying you should engage with your care. Ask why. Ask what the goal is. Ask what might happen if you don't take a medication. Ask about side effects. Ask if something can be reduced, simplified, or stopped. Medicine should adapt to you, not the other way around. Some of the healthiest seniors I know take fewer medications now than they did 10 years ago. They eat more protein. They move with purpose. They sleep according to their body's rhythm. They stay socially connected. They question gently but confidently. They don't chase perfection. They chase function. Aging well is not about doing everything right. It's about doing what keeps you strong, steady, clear-minded, and independent. If there's one message I want you to remember today, it's this. Feeling worse is not an inevitable part of aging. Sometimes it's a signal that the plan needs to change. You deserve care that respects your age, your goals, and your quality of life. If this message resonated with you, it may be because you've felt something wasn't right for a long time. Trust that instinct. Have the conversation. You are not being difficult. You are being responsible. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you found this helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel using the link below, so you don't miss future conversations like this. And if you'd like, share in the comments. Have you ever followed medical advice that didn't and feel right for your body? Until next time, take care of yourself. Thoughtfully, courageously, and with curiosity.
Join us on Healthcare Seniors.
Be part of our community and watch the next video.